Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus giving you more than the meta, guys. I want to talk about a offensive play that I have used successfully in the past, and it is the shark halfback wheel. This is a play that is really money. Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus, guys, giving you more than the meta, guys. I want to show you a play that I've been using for the longest time, for years, and it's just as OP as it has been before. This is the shark halfback wheel. You can find this play in the Browns, the Cardinals, the Lions, and also the Patriots. And what I love about this particular play, it's great for attacking your opponent vertically for big gains and expose them for cover one play touch, or for coverage one play touchdowns. Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus, guys, giving you more than the meta, guys. I want to show you a offensive play that I've been using for years now, and this play is just as OP as it has been in the past. It is the shark halfback wheel. You can find this in the Browns, the Cardinals, the Lions, and the Patriots playbook. But the concepts of this particular play is great because it really allows you to attack your opponent vertically for big gains and expose coverages, certain coverages, for one play touchdowns. Now, there's basically three different ways to run this play online based on the view of the defense, and I'm going to go ahead and show that to you right now. Now, the first time you're looking at defenses, you're going to basically look at the safeties. And if you have open safety look, meaning two high safeties, that's going to be open. And if you've got off coverage where the guys are not pressing, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and take your Now, when you're on offense and you're looking at the defense, basically what you're going to be looking for is whether it's going to be press or off coverage, and also taking a look at the safeties. And you're going to see if the safeties are open or closed. Two high safeties are open. One high safety is basically closed. Now, if you see two high safeties and off coverage, what you're going to do is you're going to streak your tight end, and that's going to essentially be your first read. After that, you're going to look for the drag underneath and then the wheel. Now, when you're looking at the coverages, you want to look at the now, when you're looking at the coverages, you want to look at the safeties, and you're going to determine whether the coverage is open or closed. Two high safeties means the coverage is open, meaning the middle of the field is wide open. If there's one safety, that means the middle of the field is closed, and that is a closed coverage. Now, we're also going to check the coverage to see if the defenders are off or pressed, and that's going to determine how you're going to set this up. Now, if I see two high safeties, essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and streak up my tight end, and that's going to essentially be my first read. My next read is going to be the wheel with the running back underneath, and then my third read is going to be the drag underneath. Now, what's great about this particular play is that the tight end route against certain matching coverages, cover 4, cover 6, will get wide open, will not get covered with this particular setup. So if you streak up the tight end, he will expose the coverages. You can also run this against cover 2 coverages, but the tight end route is going to be a little bit tighter and won't get wide open. But that's why you want to make your second and third reads. Occasionally what you can do is you can actually hit the running back as a fourth read against cover 2, because he will get past the coverages. But I like to go ahead and squeeze it in, so I'm not taking any kind of coverage sacks. So if you see right here, you can throw that ball right into. So if your opponent manually takes away that tight end route, what you can do is just check it down to the halfback wheel. Or if you're concerned about that, you can always just go ahead and wait for that dragger to get past the defender and then hit the drag route underneath the wheel. Now your next read. Now, if we do see close where you have a single high safety, basically we're going to make a different adjustment. We're going to streak up our slot receiver and make a progression from our slot receiver to see if we can get over the top coverage or come to the comeback route, and then we have an in route that we can drop it down to. Essentially on the right side of the field where the running back and the flanker's at, I'm not looking at that. I'm just looking off to the left side of the field. Now my first progression essentially is going to be that seam right there, and if I see that seam, I'm going to try to rifle that ball into the seam right away. But where this play really shines is that if the safety does not get over to that slot receiver and you have speed, you can lob that up for a one-play touchdown with the right pass lead. Now, ideally what you want to do is you want to pass lead off to the sideline because you don't want to have that safety in play, but this will give you an opportunity to go ahead and get a huge play and sometimes one-play touchdowns. Now, you do have to read, and if the defender follows, what you want to be looking for. Now, you do want to read the coverages, and Now you do want to read the coverages and watch the defender that's over that slot receiver, because that slot receiver will give you an idea whether you're going to go ahead and hit a check down. If he does follow it, he doesn't beat his man, your next read is going to be the deep comeback route because there should not be a defender in that area. Now I forced it in there in this particular play, but you'll see me coming back to the deep comeback route. Occasionally what happens is the defender comes down and presses and pushes the guy out. He'll be out of position where you can actually hit this deep comeback route. But the majority of the times, if I'm going to hit the deep comeback route, it's because that area has been completely cleared out because the defender followed on the streak. And I'll hit this deep comeback route as an area to hit with the closed off type situation. Now, if you see too wide, now if you see open, now if you see open safeties and you see press inside shade, the probability of this being two-man is extremely high. So when you see this, you want to run the play stock. Now, once again, I'm going to go ahead and make my progressions where I'm going to be looking to the running back first, then I'm going to be looking to the drag, and then I'm going to essentially look to the in route as my next progression. So I'll be looking to the running back first, then the drag, then the in route, and then the deep comeback route. A lot of times if the defenders are out of position, that running back route will be a huge play, but you also want to make sure that your opponent doesn't make adjustments with the running back route. So you want to still look to that drag and then in route. I find the in route is usually what's going to catch your opponent off guard because you're used to seeing the tight end streaked or that drag streaked on the play. So this is a really good play to go and use against someone who likes to spam a lot of man coverages, in particular against you if it's man cover 2. Similarly, if he's running a closed alignment where he's got a single high safety with press, most likely there will be a defender in the middle that's playing some type of a yellow zone, and he might be trying to use it the other way. And what's great about this particular play is that you've got the mesh concept where you have the drag and the in, making it very difficult to manually take that away. And also the wheel will get past most coverages, so you can hit your opponent deep with that wheel route. Now, would you use this play down in the red zone? Well, it's not the best play, but it does have that halfback wheel that might get players out of position. So that is going to be the first area that I'm going to go and look to with this play. If I'm a little bit closer inside 10-yard line, basically what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and take my outside wide receiver that's on the deep comeback and put him in a smoke route, and that does give me kind of a levels concept with the tight end over the middle of the field. But I'm looking to that wheel route. There are better plays down in the red zone, but this is a play that you can jump into. There are two different plays you really need to watch out for when you're running this particular play. In particular, cover 3 can bait you for a interception, especially if you go ahead and go after that wheel. You can get yourself in some serious trouble. So make sure that you're watching out for those cover 3 coverages. Another play that's really difficult to read with this another play that's really difficult to read is invert cover 2. You can get yourself in some serious trouble if you run into someone that runs invert cover 2. So my suggestion is that if you do see funny alignments with the defense, you just want to go and throw the ball away. So guys, this is a great play to go ahead and throw into your scheme. I would suggest throwing it in. And if you want to see full breakdowns and full schemes of the Browns, the Cardinals, the Lions, the Patriots, go ahead and go to my Patreon. I'll show you my scheming and how I run my particular plays when I'm playing online. So once again, thank you for your support, guys. Until next time.